Walton World. Welcome to Live with Candice and Kris.
Welcome to the show. Happy Friday. We made it, baby.
Happy Friday.
It's the weekend. Let's go. Candice, with all due respect, this is a sexy look. You look very sexy today. You always look pretty, but you look sexy. You like you ready for the happy hour.
It's the shine.
It's the little, got the legs out. Okay,
the legs out, the girls are out.
You must she got plans. You got something going on tonight, I'm sure. I'm not going to ask.
Goodness gracious, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
We are live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, we want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. But how was your night?
I had a good night.
Good night?
I had a good night. Went home, relaxed, slept. You know, my thing is sleeping now and just being in that peaceful place.
Okay.
I'm working on that peace.
Okay.
Don't disturb my peace.
I ain't mad at that. Get that peace. Yeah, okay.
How was your night?
Last night.
It's it always starts with a story.
This is a story. I woke up at like 3 a.m. to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And I got out of bed and I felt like I floated out of the bed.
Oh.
And I stood up and I was seeing like bubbles and shadows. And I was like, well, damn, did I die? And so then I went to use the bathroom and I came back and I laid down. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm high. And then I was like, well, what did I do to get high? Like, how did this happen?
Like high or hot?
High. Just follow me, y'all. So I went back to sleep, woke up, normal time, still feeling loopy. I go to jump in the shower, and then I look on the counter, and then I connected the dots. So I've been taking a Mucinex every night before I go to bed.
Right.
And I was moving around so much last night that I took one, forgot that I took it, and then took another one, so I doubled up on them. Okay. And when I Googled the side effects of taking too much Mucinex, it was everything that I had.
Make
hallucinations, extreme drowsiness, slow breathing. So I was basically OD'd on Mucinex. I was like, am I dying? Is this what it feels like?
Well,
Should I call my parents?
Do you feel better since you doubled up?
I can breathe. I could inhale this carpet if I needed to.
Okay, but we don't want anybody to try that at home.
No, but I said all that to say follow the medication directions as they are listed. I didn't mean to take two. I just forgot that I took it.
I'm gled you made it.
Yeah. I was about to.
It's like you had a whole experience.
I thought I was dying. I was like, do I need to call my parents?
What,
I don't know what to
what would be that thing that you're like, oh, I can't go now before I do this?
Ooh. Dang, Ken, I didn't even think about that. I got to sit on that. Let me follow back up with you on that one after lunch.
Well,
Let me
we'll
think on
come
that.
back. People that have near-death experience, it's always that like, oh, I haven't done this yet. I'm not ready to go.
Now you got me thinking I need to put my little bucket list.
Okay. Well, you know what? Your sleep situation goes in line with fact of the day.
Boom.
So not too long ago, remember we had a fact that it's important how much sleep you actually get.
Right.
Sleeping is a lot more crucial than eating is.
Okay.
Well, here's another one for you. So to your brain, one sleepless night is the congenitive equivalent of being legally drunk. So missing just one night, no sleep, is equivalent to being drunk. So after 24 hours without sleeping, the body is in the same state it is with a BAC, with alcohol level of 0.1%. Beyond the 0.8, that identifies someone as legally drunk. So basically, pulling all-nighters and staying up and not going to sleep is really not good for your health.
That is true, because I've pulled a couple of all-nighters before, and I remember feeling delirious the next day, like, so so it's some truth to it then.
And I think with you, I'm stuck on sleep because you don't sleep. Kris does not go to sleep at night.
I try to.
And then when he butt dials me at 3 o'clock in the morning, God forbid, thank you God, my husband trusts me, okay? Because when the phone goes off, it's a butt dial.
I butt dialed Candice at 4 a.m. last Saturday. I was at the pool kicking it with my neighbors.
And left a whole message. So I really need you to get some sleep.
I need to get it together, y'all. Get your sleep, people. Get your rest.
Get some sleep. But anyway, guys, we got a great show. We got to get into the breakdown. Now, can Can you imagine going to the gas station and you're just there pumping gas? Your 10-year-old is in the back seat, fast asleep. You don't want to wake him up because you're pumping gas. Then you decide, you know what, let me just run into the store really, really quick to get something since he's sleeping. Well, that's what happened to a dad. And lo and behold, as soon as he came out the store, the car and his son was gone. But thankfully enough, when he did wake up, the 10-year-old jumped out of the moving car and to safety. He actually ran to a Universal Toyota dealership. Now, here's what's crazy about this story, and really what got me upset the most, okay? So there was a bystander who witnessed the whole thing. I'm going to say his whole name.
Okay.
Daniel Carterero, okay?
Good job, Candice.
Said that he saw it happen. He saw the little boy jump out the car. He saw him running down the highway. He could tell that he was scared. He could tell that something was wrong. You know what this man said?
What?
I couldn't stop because I didn't want my kids to be late to school. So now, if you see a child, I'm just saying, as a human being, we're humanity. You see a child jump out of a car, running down the highway, terrified, and you see all this happening, and the first thing you think of is, I need to get my kids to school so they're not late.
Maybe, I can't even defend that one. Yeah, that was trash. That was trash. But hold on.
What if something...
I'm stuck on, listen, I don't have kids, so I can't, I don't know about leaving kids in the car. But I do know that we've seen this same thing happen numerous times where somebody steals the car and the kids in the back seat. I feel like at this point, if a parent does that, you're just being reckless. Because he said his son was asleep in the back seat. It was 7 a.m. Why didn't he just lock the door? You know what I mean? Just lock the door. Or it's not, we are in a different time. You can't be that trustworthy anymore.
You know what? I hate to talk about my husband.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love him. I know I love him. But he has a habit of getting out of the truck and leaving his door wide open. And I'm sitting in the front, and I keep thinking to myself, oh, my God, what if somebody just jumps in when he's not, you know what I mean? It only takes seconds.
It takes seconds.
It takes seconds for something like that to happen. It could be a child. It could be an adult. Close the door.
And lock them.
Lock it.
Take
the key, especially if you have kids in the car. You never want to leave the key in there. Lock them in at least.
Yeah.
But thank God the little boy's okay. But shame on that bystander. That's terrible.
And shame on Dad.
And then he said he came back after he dropped the kids off. What'd you come back for? I'm just like... So, unfortunately, Amazon delivery. Now, every time you see an Amazon delivery person, you really need to say thank you. They go through a lot, and so did this woman. She pulled up to deliver a package only to see there was actually a rattlesnake coiled on the neighbor's front porch. She still proceeded to drop the package off and was bit at the back of her leg. Now, she was bitten by a eastern diamondback, which is an extremely poisonous snake that leaves severe damage to organs, throat swelling, and extreme pain. Officers were able to identify the snake by her actual what she had going on, and they needed to call area hospitals.
We had the antidote for it. New fear unlocked, though. I did not even know that we had rattlesnakes in Florida. So
are you kidding?
I didn't know that. I didn't grow up here. I didn't know that we had. I knew we had other types of snakes and alligators, all that stuff, but I didn't know we had rattlesnakes. But my question was, did she step on it? Because they said it was coiled up by the door and it bit her in the calf muscle. So I'm like, for it to bite the back of her leg, she must have been walking away from it. So I don't know.
I doubt if she stepped on it. She was probably, first of all, when you see it, don't go. Don't go. Amazon has told drivers over and over again, and they said in a statement, if you feel that you're in danger, if you see an animal, if you see anything wrong, make sure not to proceed. If you see a coiled up rattlesnake, what do you think, it's sleeping?
You need to go the other way.
Don't just either or throw it. You know how they used to throw the newspapers back in the day?
Don't
That
try
might-
that, y'all.
Yeah, that might be something you want to just throw over the fence and kind of see where it lands. But I'm glad that she is actually okay.
Yeah.
Now, this one just makes you want to laugh because Senate, we just need you to get it together. So the Washington Post is condemning the Senate dress code change. They're saying that now they want to be a little bit more relaxed. They don't want to be so dressed up. And this is all because of Senator John Fetterman, who usually comes in with his, his sweatshirt and his shorts and his pants. But they're saying, they don't like it because you need to be dressed appropriately for people to take you seriously.
I mean, and I Googled John Fetterman last night. He does go to work on chill mode. But I feel like the workforce is going to change as time goes on. As millennials and Gen Z get into higher positions, I feel like we're going to see the work culture change. Nobody likes to be dressed up all the time and spiffed up.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't want you to see you in Senate like that. Now, when you go into your office and you are away from the public eye, I don't want to see you sitting behind making laws
in a hoodie.
I want to feel like you are taking this thing seriously. That's all I'm saying. Like, you didn't just roll into work and you're like, okay, let me just,
Listen, I'm all about comfort.
Do
if you could be, well, we come from a creative space, but I guess in that type of setting, it's based on the setting.
It's very different. But they're upset. They find everything to be upset.
Everybody finds something to be upset about. And on that note, it's time for What's Trending. So Real Housewives of Atlanta's reality star Kandi Burruss released a new video, and it has social media in a frenzy. Take a quick look at this clip while we talk about it. So this is for her upcoming single, Only For You, where you can see Kandi is pretty much nude in the video. She's in some type of I don't know what that liquid is. And a lot of people, applauded Kandi on being sexy and brave, and a lot of people said she's doing entirely too much. I mean, I think Kandi, she's a beautiful woman, obviously, but I'm just like, where was this energy in your 20s?
We're going to find out in a minute. When we take a short break, we'll be back with Kandi.
Welcome back to What's Trending. So we're talking about Candy Burris' new video, Only For You, that has social media talking about, is she doing too much? Now in the video, Candy is pretty much nude for the whole video. She's laying in a tub of some liquid, and a lot of people feel like she's doing too much, and I feel like she kind of is, because like I asked before the break, where was this energy in her 20s? In her 20s, she wore baggy clothes. Now you're a mom in your 40s, which is fine, but you're married, so why do all of this? Who is it for? And I saw one comment that said the song is called Only For You, but it should be only for Todd, her husband. Which
You know what? You got to remember, Candy is, I don't know if she's reinventing herself, but she has bedroom Candy. She has a sex line. She is selling sex. She is selling sexy. We may not understand it, but to her, she's in that place where she has to keep that same energy going. Like I just heard the other day, not too long ago, she had an interview. And in the interview, she was talking about what she does to Todd and how she loves the butt area a lot. And it was very descriptive.
Very
She says, I give butt head. I didn't know there was a thing. So this is a woman who has to stay true to the product that she sells, I think. And I don't think she cares what anyone is feeling. Like she's being her.
You think it's just her?
She's fluid. She's sexually very fluid. You know what I mean? She's come out and said they invite other people into the bedroom.
That's true.
She doesn't have anything to hide. Whether we like it or not, this is what we're getting.
You think so? This is just her being on par with her brand.
I think this is her just being who she is. Candy, I love freaking her. We know that.
We know Candy
You
is a little
know?
freak now.
So, I mean, she's being true to it.
I just wonder, like, her daughter is 21. I mean, I wonder, you know what I'm saying? When you have a kid that old, like your child, that would be embarrassing if my mom was like naked in a tub. Looked like it was a tub full of semen in the video. It was just like, I mean, it's what it looked like. It was this murky stuff. It's like, Candy, why are you? Stop, Candy.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a bubble bath.
Oh, okay.
It's a milky bubble bath.
A milky bubble bath.
I don't think it's what you just said. Y'all let Candy live. Candy Coated Nice is doing well. That thing is a big time seller.
It is a big time seller. We got to keep it moving, you guys. So Jada Pinkett Smith, you already know it's about to be a train wreck. Jada Pinkett Smith has got social media talking after she released a throwback video of her and late rapper Tupac Shakur doing a lip singing to Will Smith's Parents Just Don't Understand. Now, if you don't know the history with Jada and Tupac, they were very close friends. Now, they both denied being romantically involved, but whatever they had going on, it was enough for Will Smith to feel threatened by their friendship at the beginning of their marriage. So a lot of people felt like Jada was being disrespectful, and I have to agree with social media. If your husband has already told you at one point in time he felt threatened by this dude, why would you post a throwback video of you and the dude lip singing his song? I just feel like Jada just playing on top of Will's head in front of everybody. What you think, Candice? Your silence speaks volumes.
I don't know what to make of the whole Jada Pinkett Smith and Will situation.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's a lot of disrespect, obviously, that's out there. But who's to say that Will is not okay with this? He's a grown man. If he doesn't want to deal with it, I don't think he has to. That's not what got me. That's not.
That's not what.
What got me is her hair grew back.
Candy, stop it.
And
I know where you go with this.
And it's rose color. Now, I'm not an alopecia genius or anything else, but I know when you have alopecia, I don't know if the hair grows back. I need a doctor to write in and let me know if it grows back. I'm sure it can happen with medication, but I feel like everything that she does is attention driven. It's attention driven. Now you want a memoir. I don't want to read your memoir. Because I don't want you to hear you talk about Will Smith again and how you're not happy and how you doing this person and that person. You come to the realization his life is such a terrible place. I don't want to see that.
I want to read that thing. I'm sorry.
I don't want to read it.
I feel like it's no telling what Jada's going to say. I feel like Jada Pinkett Smith, she has to be like a narcissist. Because we watched her cheat on Will Smith in front of the whole world, turned around and kind of made herself the victim. And now she constantly antagonizes this man. I believe Will Smith is an abuse victim.
And now the video.
And now the video.
And now the video with poor Tupac can't even rest because every minute Jada Pinkett is knocking on his grave.
Let it go, Jada.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Please move on.
Will, blink if you're okay, bro. I believe Will's going to have a nervous
I think he's in the back alley somewhere. Like, they let him out every now and then.
Just blink twice if you're okay, Will. Send it for help. Got to keep it moving, guys. So it looks like Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, has been sentenced to up to 120 days of house arrest after threatening Cardi B's husband, Offset, outside of his hotel room. Now, L.A. judge based this off of him threatening someone while in the company of someone with a criminal record. Now, if you know, Kenneth Petty has a criminal history himself. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison for raping a 17-year-old girl back in 1995, and now he is on house arrest. He has to be one of the dumbest criminals I have ever. The man said on video, "You need to be planning your funeral," and he already is on probation. I feel like Nicki is gonna tarnish her legacy with this dude.
I love Offset's response. So he just started laughing. He was like, I'm getting on the jet. You standing outside in the alley making a video, trying to threaten somebody.
Yeah.
You know what? Nick, this is her husband.
Yeah.
Regardless of now how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's bad. And here's why I think it's bad. I think something so small like this can go so wrong so quickly. And we've seen how the beefs end up. Somebody ends up dead. Somebody ends up hurt.
Yeah.
We are laughing about it now, but at the same time, we're talking about two hothead people. So this is not going to be the end of it. This is going to keep going. And now he has to serve jail time on top of it because of it.
Yeah.
So he's not going to come out of jail and pay patty cake.
He's gonna be
right? It's going to be ugly. And this is what we don't want. And you know what? Media loves to portray a lot of this beef. As soon as something happens, they start putting people against people. We've seen enough of that in that industry already. We lost Biggie. We lost Tupac. We've lost so many people over beef, over this one's mad and that one's mad, and the lyrics come out and this come out. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj already have their own thing going on. So this is only going to add to it.
And this came from Nicki and Cardi's beef. Apparently, Kenneth threatened Cardi, and then Offset says something, and then he pops up outside of Offset's hotel. But it's dumb, but he's dumber for doing that on social media.
But why is a man threatening another woman?
Boom.
Why do you feel that that's okay to do that? That's his past. Nicki decided this is who she wants to be with. You can't change someone.
Right.
People get together thinking, okay, well, this is this person's past. I can change them. No, they have to want to change.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't know. I think it's sad. I want them to stop. I don't want to see it go any further because I feel like that's how things escalate. Yeah. But we got to move on to something brighter. Understood the assignment. Yeah. So Davian Kimbrough has just made history by becoming the youngest American pro athlete ever in the United States. He's only 13 years old, and he just signed to the USL Championship Sacramento Republic. His general manager, Todd Duvant, said he is such a bright talent, and what makes him a triple threat is the fact that he has dual citizenship in the U.S. and Mexico. So that means he's going to be extremely sought after, which you really don't find happen much.
You know what? I just hope that he has a solid support system around, because I can only imagine what's going to be thrown, what type of temptation is going to be thrown at him at 13. The only young athlete I ever saw go pro in my lifetime was Kobe Bryant when he went pro at 17, and I remember thinking that was insane. But this kid is 13. And you're a global, soccer is a global sport. It's not just in the U.S., so congrats to him, but I just hope that he has good people to keep him, on track. Yeah.
I would think so. I mean, because if you talk about pro at 13, that means parents or guardian has to be there to take him to every practice, to take him to every game. And the fact that he is now playing internationally means he had to be able to travel as well.
Yeah.
So somebody is behind him, rooting him on.
Yeah.
And definitely giving him that support.
He
So
might
that's
be the GOAT.
kudos to them.
We might be looking at the GOAT in development, you guys.
I
hope
think so. At 13?
At 13?
Woo!
Yeah.
So speaking of 13, these four are just amazing. They are going viral on TikTok, and they're called the Four Washington. So they are actually doing something really, really cool. They're also partnering with other brands such as Walmart, McDonald's, Color of Change, Chick-fil-A, and they have a new ad out that they just did with Febreze with over 164,000 followers on Facebook, Instagram 357, and YouTube 25,000.
Wow.
Let's not talk about
TikTok.
11 million likes with 1.3 million followers.
And you know what? I watched one of their videos, or a few of their videos actually, of them singing, and
Amazing.
they sound the way that they sound naturally is what a lot of engineers in the studio tweak people to sound like. That's how they naturally sound.
And we have it. Let's take a
let's
listen.
see if we can pop that real quick. Okay, it doesn't look like we have the volume, but you guys can look that up. But oh, there it is. Flawless.
Beautiful.
And they grew up in church. They started singing in church, and then they got invited to little events and banquets and just blew up from there. I love this.
I love how their mom was committed.
Yeah.
Their mom made sure she taught them how to sing when they were little.
Yeah.
And she was there. You know, you always got to have that strong mom behind you who's actually going to push you. But kudos to them.
Yeah.
That's what being an influencer is
what I'm
all about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Kris, that's our show for today.
We made it through the week, y'all. We did it.
We made it through the week. We want you to have a wonderful weekend. Remember, I always say, don't drink or drive. Don't drink or drive. Take your time out there.
Arrive alive.
Arrive alive.
Arrive alive.
But you guys, have a great weekend. You know where to reach us.
Same time, same place. Be safe until Monday, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Bye, y'all.